evening, and welcome to a Simply Colorful Fibercast. Today's date is July 24th, 2020. My name is Lynn Marquidant, and I am your host. Welcome. Grab a project and let's see what we can accomplish in the next 60 minutes. Welcome. This is not a tutorial. This is just us getting together and hanging out and playing with whatever makes us happy. Usually it's colorful, and lately it's been fabric related, but it doesn't have to be. It can be anything you want it to be. Well, so on tonight's show, I wanted to give you a recap of and show you the doll dresses that were made that we started last week. I also want to show you Sue Whitford's quilts. I have 3 of them that I want to share with you. They're lovely, really nicely done. And then the bulk of the show will be on continuing our Charm Square pack quilt. And I thought I might be working on that doll, the Jack Johnson doll. I think that's right, Jack or Joe Johnson. But I haven't found the CD player yet. And I know Jean offered me hers, which thank you. She has a TV that has a CD-ROM player in it. So I may take you up on that, but I don't think I have to. I think I just have to not be lazy and go find the PC that has the CD-ROM player. So we're not going to make a doll today, but I did want to show you that. Oh, and as always, comment here online in the YouTube video. I think you need a Google account, is my understanding. Or send me pictures of what you're working on to lynn@simplycolorful.com. I'd love to share them with everyone. So last week, you may recall, this is the hoodie that was made, that Gail Wilson designed and made from her kit, and she has a utilitarian dress. And this is a older doll that I made from the same pattern, but she's made to be an older woman. And she was wearing this utilitarian dress, but we've since made this fancy dress. All that's left is the buttonholes on the back. So, and I've tried it on and it fits, so that's good. And then this was her pinafore, and it has underlayments, and she even has, you have to look underneath the doll. She has these pantaloons too. So, and I like her in that this is more of a utilitarian dress. It's a little puffy, but it says it's supposed to be. So anyway, another thing out of the closet and done. Okay, so let's put that away. Goodbye, Hitty. And hi to Leah. Hi, Pat. Hi, Julie. I know Leah got the Hitty book and she's reading it. Okay, second, Sue's quilts. Let's start from the back. Hi, Marcella. Hi, Lynn. Picking out some machine quilting I don't like. Oh, that is frustrating when you have to pick out. Been there, done that every week, probably. But good for you. You'll be happier with it, don't you think? So this is Sue's first quilt that we just did a stipple machine quilting with my Gamble here. It's the Meander 4, so it's a little bit more artsy stipple. And look at this. This is made from all of her scraps. And I think she just did a wonderful job. Hi, Jean. So there's that. That's the first one. That just came off the machine, so I haven't even trimmed it. She also, here is just a cute summer quilt. Isn't that cute? And that's done with Daisies Galore from Willow Leaf Studios. Hi, Dawn Stewart. Enjoying the mini quilt show. It's not quite as good as the outdoor one that Jean and team did last weekend. Wasn't that fun? But I'm glad you're here, Dawn. I hope you're well. So here is Sue's second quilt. Isn't that cute? Really like that one. Especially given it's very hot where we are here in New England right now, and I don't even dare recount it, but I heard the news say that it's going to be 100 on Monday here, and that's not the heat index. That's just the temperature. So add the heat index, it'll be over 100, and I just don't do well in heat. Now check this out. Aboriginal prints that have lots of dots on them. So we went with the circle meander. Hi, Leah. Nice to see you out there. So we went with the circle meander, and you've got to see the back. I mean, the quilting on this does not show, and that's really the intention. But if you really look closely, you see that there are circles. Isn't that the coolest dot fabric? So check it out. She did a great job, didn't she? Okay, so that's the mini quilt show. Oh, I have one more to show you. Put this here. So last week, this was up on the wall just in segments of 4, and I sewed it all together. So it hasn't been quilted yet, but I wanted you to see. And that'll be a good lap size, don't you think? I'm losing my glasses. So there's that one. Okay. Putting that over there. So that frees us up now to talk about our charm square quilt. My sister, who also, she gave me the doll pattern, the Jack Johnson doll pattern, and I'm going to make it because it's an awesome kit. She also gave me a charm pack. So that was one Christmas. I think the next Christmas, one of the things she gave me was a charm pack and 1 yard of green Kona or teal Kona and 2 yards of this beautiful, I think it's Moda. It's Painted Meadow by Robin Pickens for Moda. And it is just, the feel of the fabric is lovely. And it has bees. I think I might quilt it in bees, I think. So, and a while ago, maybe after Christmas this year, we actually did a semi-design on the wall. And I'm going to continue doing it, not showing you the design, and see if we can make it, build it here, and have it be a bit of a surprise as we go. So that's the thought. That's what I'm going to do. Who just said hi? Hi, Mom. Hi, KB. So I have my machine all set up, ready to go. It's on my foot is 97D, and I have it set at 2, the quilting 2.0, and I should know how many stitches that is per inch, but I don't. I could look it up in the book, but I'd rather just sew. We're also going to look at a little bit of history. What happened on this day in history? And if you want to peek ahead, go to history.com. That's where I get it. Whenever I read you the history of the day. Oh, it's so nice to see people out there. Hello, Diane Wilson. Thank you for nominating me. I have to post something. Tonight after the show, I will. And it was, so Diane has asked me, she's part of this chain to post 10 quilts a day, like 10 books you've read or 10 whatever, 10 of your children. So I discovered, Diane, as I was looking back to see what to post, that I haven't made too many quilts this past year. It's been over a year since I've made an intricate one. Freedom was our last really intricate mystery, And so I'm thinking I want to do that again soon. And I've been lax in taking pictures. So thank you for the reminder. So I may actually post a couple of tops, like my Dear Jane top, because I can't get that done in the next 10 days. But I do have a goal to get it all finished by the end of 2020. So that's still in my, Sue Norton and I had that little competition going. And she's finished. I'm not sure if she's bound it though. We'll have to check with the judges on that. Okay. I love how this pack has chartreuse in it. And I have my sign, Crazy Quilter at Work. Oh, and this one. I may have just done that backwards. Hello, Sue. Speaking of Sue, what do you say? Imagine my surprise to see my quilts. Oh, Sue. Ah, good. Oh, Diane, you don't have 10 either? I know. They're beautiful quilts, Sue. Okay, now, got distracted. I wanted to talk to you guys, but I have to just check this. Oh, while I have this open, so we had a new bird come to the bird feeder today. Can you see that? Just that darn squirrel was just sitting in the bird feeder, or sleeping, hanging out. Between that and the female rose-breasted grosbeak, the rest of the birds don't have a chance. Nothing scares that grosbeak either. The male rose-breasted grosbeaks are a little bit more skittish, but they're just as bad. Now I know what you mean, KB, when you and Mom, when you say they eat a lot. Well, this is not very efficient. I'm looking for our design. Bum, 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 bum. How am I going to do this? This is good pod, huh? Okay, first off, I'm going to send it to myself. It's preparing. Okay. Okay. Yep, I did do it wrong. So this means we have to do a green here, and we'll take that green off. I hope Sandra Cubans is out there. Remember how much we used to laugh when we made mistakes? And giggle to ourselves. We couldn't believe this was happening. Oh, the Red Sox are on. That's right. Oh, I'm so happy for people who like the Red Sox and baseball. I hope you enjoy every minute of it. KB, if you're out there, I wanted to share something with you. You know, A few days ago, I don't know if she is out there, but at one point when I had to do a lot of ripping out, Karen was reminding me what Becky had taught us, that you can just yank two pieces and you can just usually just tear them apart. This particular combination, I can't do it. I can't do it. And it's just got the perfect tooth. I think that's the right word for it. I don't know if I'm using a different thread. I'm not using Aurifil. I'm using a thicker one. Coates and Clark, I think. And this is good Quilt store quality fabric. So it's a little bit, and it's fresh. It hasn't been, or it's new. So the chemicals or whatever and the dye hasn't eroded it at all. Anyway, I just found that very interesting, because usually you can just rip two seams apart without much impact. Actually, I think we were talking about that on our Patreon Open Sew. Okay. Speaking of which, if anyone would like to join us, we would love that. Go to www.patreon.com/simplycolorful. Sign up for like $2 a month, whatever you can. And I mean, it pays for itself. You get to come to 2 open sews a week, which are incredibly informal. And you get a $20 coupon to machine quilting. So like I say, and by the way, Sue, who's a patron, she got a $20 coupon on multiple quilts because she brought them all the same day. So she got $20 off each one. So, and yes, it's a blatant attempt to get you to send me your quilts. Let's do this one right. Okay. Tomorrow I'm doing a punk rockers quilt, and we're using some musical notes on it. So that'll be fun. It's king size. And 4. Hi, Carol Bell. Oh, and Linda Griffin. Hi, and Allie. Good morning. I'm ironing to the dark side on all of these. And this fabric, what was it, Spring Meadow? What was it? Painted Meadow. Comes in different colors. Look at this chartreuse one. Isn't that cute? Oh, please don't make me have lost it. Oh, and then here it is in the teal. Had a nice walk this morning with Susan. I don't know if she's out there. If you are, hello. We walked down to the dam where the water goes over. It's a reservoir, a town reservoir. and if Carol O is out there, I know I owe you a pattern. Oh, I did it again. Gosh darn. That's why we have extras. Okay, now I have to see what Karen just wrote. Yum. Wonder what that means. Okay. There must be a picture here. Oh, yay, Mom. Look at what Mom's eating. Couple of crabs. And I bet she caught them herself. Oh, Mom, you love those. My supper, she says. Oh, I thought it was going to be some berries. They have been getting oodles of berries this summer. Raspberries and blueberries. Yep, Mom says she just came home. Good, I hope you're staying cool. Because this weather, Monday is going to be a bear, Mom. I bet it'll be at KB's in Pennsylvania tomorrow. So what else is going on? Oh, good. I'm glad you guys are talking. Hi, Pam. Okay, now I have to pull up that picture. Okay, so I did inadvertently sew. This will be the Ripper show. Sew one, rip one. Actually, sew four, rip one. So what's everyone working on? I hope you're staying cool or warm in Allie's case or Wendy's case or Linda's case. Okay, that. That, and that. Here's that. That. And we have one more. So, you know what? We don't need to do that step. You guys do that. Okay. So, there they are laid out. Now, I also cut half square triangles that were bigger. I cut these, so these are 5-inch squares. Instead of 5 7/8, I took 6-inch squares and I cut them in half. So now we have to sew those down into each row. And I think what I will do is I'll start right over here. Let's see how we can do this. This is kind of like improv quilting. It's funny. I don't know if I've changed my quilting lately in that I haven't been following directions or quilt patterns really. I guess our art goes through different forms, doesn't it? So here's this, here's that. There's that. Here in Massachusetts, Governor Baker announced more stringent travel restrictions, really, or conditions for here in our state. Starting August 1st, my understanding of those conditions are that August 1st, anyone coming into the state has to quarantine for two weeks, show they've had a negative COVID test. Otherwise, they get fined $500 a day. And with the exception of anyone in a state where the cases aren't growing, which unfortunately is, according to what I saw tonight, is only New England states and Hawaii. I know this is hard. We just have to stay home. So there we go. And you know, I know people will disagree with me, and that is fine too. There's no right or wrong. You just have to do what you're comfortable with. This isn't web. I'm not webbing it though. That's too bad. That's okay. Okay, so there's that and that. Oh, Leah, you like my new sign? Thanks. Came from Becca, from My Stitchy Home, Becca. Oh, shoot. All the seams are going to be going the same way. I'm going to have to change that. Or not. Well, now's the time to do it, isn't it? Okay, so if all my seams are going that way there, all my seams here are also going that way. I'm going to go up here and re-iron this the other way. Shoot. This way they'll nest. You know what? We're just going to sew these right there while it's still warm. Let's make sure this is going to work. I don't know why it wouldn't. Does anyone have a stash of quilts ready to give as gifts? Oh, if Lima is out there. So anyway, the gift. I don't know why this is, something is in front of it. Okay, I have to read this. Sorry. My machine is on fire, working around the clock. It's true, Leah. I love it. Oh, KB, I'm glad you're here. Hi, Cherish. Hi. Great to see you. Oh, you're heading to lockdown. I know. I'm so sorry. Julie, you have a stash of tops ready to quilt. Yep. Don't think that's the same. Not quite, but it's a step there. That's funny. Well, I'm starting to get some, and I'm starting to train myself to think it's okay to make little lap quilts and put them up in the closet for when babies arrive. And then I just have them on hand. I was thinking today, though, that I hope that babies start coming soon. Otherwise, the fabrics will be out of fashion. That was my only hesitation, but that's ridiculous, especially with scrap quilts. I discovered my seam on this was way too thin. So, just did that again. The seam keeps coming up. I need a stiletto here. All right. Let's see how this does. I guess I'll just, doesn't matter. Oh, and I'm not swirling my seams, just so that we can see how this comes together, hopefully in 60 minutes. Some semblance of it. Although I doubt that's going to happen, right? Okay, there's that so far. Oh, Carol, I always love to see. Carol says, I usually start the year thinking that I will make certain people a quilt for Christmas. Yes, that's a good idea, but I don't always get them finished by Christmas. I love that idea. Yep. I've started to say to people when I give them quilts to use them, wear them out, and there are more. Okay, so those are going that way, so these are going this way. beat a charm pack for ease. If you want something that you need to make quickly for a gift, and you really can trust, usually, I think, the designers to put the right combinations of fabric together. Or if you really don't like one, you can always take one or two out, usually, with any given pattern. Okay. Guess I could as well do the whole thing. There we go. Okay, there we go. So I will have to trim that up, but it's better to be bigger than too small. What are the odds that I'll keep these in the right order? Jean, I've been thinking of you this week, wondering how the Cape is. Thinking that's the perfect spot to be, right near your pool when it's so hot out. Susan Chiavi and I took a walk earlier today down in the woods, and she brought her little white dog. Talk about cute. I don't know if you can see that. They got it at £1. I think it looks like either a poodle or a Havanese. Cute. So that was fun. And no, she didn't leave the dog with me. She took Jasper home with her. Well, ding! Hi, ding! Maureen in Pennsylvania. How are you? Wow! So nice to know you're out there. The reason we call Maureen Ding is when she would text me, right? And it would ding, or you would send a note and it would ding. And I knew it was you. Okay, which way? So those are going that way. So these have to go that way. Speaking of dogs, no news here about dogs at all. No action, no nothing. But we're catching up on a TV show that reminded me of the dog hunt. And maybe some of you have seen it. It is a Frankie and Grace, or Grace and Frankie, that show. And one of the husbands decides, after having a Great Dane stay with them for a while, that he wants a dog. And apparently his whole life has been teaching his kids, or having the philosophy that you don't go to a breeder and buy a dog, you get one at the pound, because there are hundreds, thousands of dogs that need homes, right? And so he's all about that, and he's searching, and ultimately he goes to a dog park and he meets someone. He's just looking for someone who might have a lead on a dog, a stray dog. And he ends up meeting someone who says, "Oh, yes, I have a friend who has one just like this one." Anyway, cut to the chase. It's a purebred dog that he pays thousands of dollars for. And it's a hoot when he brings the dog home and he starts to talk to Martin Sheen about where he got the dog and how it was in a dumpster. And he has to come clean, but it's kind of funny. And then, it's a Jack Russell Terrier, and it is the most beautiful dog. So now the Jack Russell Terrier is on my list too. Shorter hair might be easier to keep groomed. And I hear they're smart. But I really have to be committed. If I go forward with getting a dog, which right now I'm of the thought that I'm not doing this, by the way. I want to train it right. I have never been able to train a dog. And I think it's because I'm not the alpha. I don't make them think I'm the alpha, and I'm not. So anyway, I'm talking out loud. Someday if I get a dog, I'm going to try and do it right. And I'm curious if that's true with children. Who's had a second child to try and get it right the second time? And if you have, don't tell the first child. Okay. So I wanted to tell everyone about Lima Whitty. Lima came to the Open Sew 2 times ago. So when was that? Maybe last Saturday. And Leah and Carol were still in the Open Sew. That's the beauty of this Open Sew. Through Zoom, we have a subscription that lets us keep the line open for as long as you want to sew. So I usually leave after an hour or 2, maybe. And when Lima came in, of course, she hadn't met Carol and Leah yet, but she did then. So we invited her back, and she came yesterday or Wednesday to our Open Sew, and she told us about the donkeys on the farm and what's going on in her life. And her husband, who teaches science at BU, was in the other room having a conference call about how they're going to open the school for students. And then I was reminded of her award-winning quilt over at a show in the UK. And I said, "Do you have a picture of it?" And she suggested we just Google her name. And sure enough, there was her award-winning quilt. So if anyone wants to see Lima's quilt, get a pencil out, and I'm going to tell you how to spell her name so you can look up her wonderful designs. Okay, so if you have children, husbands, and dogs, all need training. I love it. Yep. So Lima's name, and I've been known not to spell her first name right, but I think it's Laima. Last name is Whitty. And she is an amazing artist. I tell you that just as for anyone who might be leaning toward modern quilting lately, you might give a look at what she does. give you some ideas. How are we doing? Oh, we might not get this top. Okay, there's that. Oh, come on. That little thread caught. Whew. That's an understatement. I have a lot of thread caught. Wow. Gives me a chance to just wipe it out here a little bit. There. So I hope you're accomplishing and having fun these 60 minutes. We're going the full 60 minutes to see what we can get done. But it also, there's no pressure. This is not about, this is just for fun. It's not about stressing ourselves out. There's plenty of that going on in the world. Oh, come on. All right, there we go. So they're all going that way, so these need to go this way. And really, be careful when you do this, because I'm liable to stretch the long thing. But you're nesting the seam, so it shouldn't be a problem. So there's that. How does this work? Okay. That on. Pin a couple. Okay, there's that. not sure these colors are baby colors. What do you guys think? Maybe this is more a lap quilt for... winter time. Hope I don't regret not spinning my seams. Okay. So I'll wait until doing the next one before I do that corner, I guess. That's going to be fun. Small, but fun. But then I'll do a big border. Oh, and then I was thinking, I pulled out some pieces of chartreuse. And I think I have a little more of this. This one might be enough. I was thinking of doing like 3/4 of an inch is probably all I have. Do that as a first border because it'll be up against that, which will look good. And then do as big a border as I can to use up all of these 2 yards. With the exception, I'll back out probably like 3/8 of a yard or I'll figure it out. I'll do my binding out of this. I'm just going to bind out of this because I don't want to use any more fabric. And then what I'm thinking is that the backing will be this luscious ivory minky. I think that would be really fun. I think it would. Although this would be kind of cool with some goldish Christmas. I don't know. But isn't that a good size? That's a big lap quilt. So maybe this won't fit. But we'll figure something out. I'm so glad you all are out there. Let me make sure I've said hi to everyone. Julie cracks me up about the training required. I wish I'd known that before I did the husband thing. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Let's see. Sue, Pamela Eves, hi. If you're still out there, Linda Griffin. When is your patron sew along held? Okay, so the patron, Simply Colorful patron sew along is 2 times. Wednesdays at 11. No, I'm going to goof this up. Forget that. Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. And then Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. And the posts are in the Patreon. The Zoom link is inside Patreon. So it's patreon.com/simplycolorful. I hope you can join us, Linda. That would be so cool. We have Hitty looks cute. Thank you, Leah. I said hi to KB, Carol. Behind the seams, it looks like Kimberly had borrowed Lynn's sign. Really? What's that? What's that all about? Oh, thank you, Jean. The BC quilt. I need to finish that, and I was thinking I'd give it to Grace before she graduates, but that probably isn't good. I'll hold on to it. Oh, Pat says she has a lot of baby quilts made ahead. I still use 30s, and I haven't had any complaints from the new mothers. Oh, that's a good point. You know, my friend Christine gave me a box of 30s fabric, and maybe we'll pull that out and we'll dig into that and use that up. I'm all about using this stuff up now. I looked, and although I have some pictures of the festival, but not one of Lima's quilt. Oh, phooey. Let me see. Let me pull up just quickly, because I thought that came up over here, and it may be because we're in different countries. You know, the search engines do funny things. Okay. Yep. Okay. Festival of Quilts 2018, winner of the Modern Contemporary. So the maker of this quilt lives right here in our town, and she's part of our Simply Colorful community, and she is so talented. So if you ever want to see, and her quilts are in people's personal collections. Like this is classic Lima. Man, this is a good one. And I know you can't really see that, but that top one, white and black with a splash of color. She's the one that I may have mentioned. She makes Christmas cards every year out of fabric, and I've saved them all. Oh, actually, let me get those. Are we going over? Oh my goodness, we're over. I'll tell you what. I'll let you all go. Bless you to all of those of you who are still here. Next time, I'll show you Lima's Christmas cards. So do what you love. Do what you're good at. Do something kind for someone else, and I will see you back here next Friday night. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Bye. Stay cool.